All right, May 17th, 2018, you guys. What? What? I'm doing episode 2 days in a row? Really? What? No, an episode event? No, really? Oh, okay, great. All right, well, let's get it started then. Yeah, let's go.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are my gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. So right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday,
Happy days.
Thursday, Friday,
Happy days.
Saturday. What a day. Grooving all week with you.
Let's go.
These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine.
Happy days. Yeah, that was the Happy Days theme song. I did not really watch that show as a kid. Like, I knew of its reputation. I probably caught a couple episodes when I was a little bitty kid, but I never watched it exclusively. I just knew it by reputation. But I cannot ignore the similarity that this is essentially a television version of American Graffiti. And I'm sure it's not a coincidence that Ron Howard was the star in both. Right. Okay. Moving on here. Moving on. I guess we got to talk about the sudden debate that's taken over the internet this week. It came to my attention like a couple days ago, about a day and a half ago, and then all of a sudden it became really huge. Yesterday night, people were all like, "Ah!" and no one can agree, I guess. And people are over exaggerating the volatile nature of this debate. But the fact of the matter is, no one can decide whether or not they hear Yanni or Laurel. Yanni or Laurel. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, when I first heard it, I heard Yanni, and then I called my wife in the room and I asked, "Hey, what are you here?" And then when I played it for her, like, we both heard Laurel. And I'm like, what? What? And today I kept running into posts. People were posting about this. It's like, what do you hear? What do you hear? And it's really weird. It's a really weird thing. Okay? It's really weird. Yanni or Laurel. And for me, like, I heard Yanni clearly on my phone, and I played it like a few times, and I just kept hearing Yanni. And then out of nowhere, I start hearing Laurel on my phone, and I mostly just heard Laurel when I played a video like on my TV. I just heard Laurel then. I heard Yanni first, but I only heard it once when I played it on TV. But then I heard Yanni multiple times when I played it on my phone, and all of a sudden, my ears must have shifted their frequencies, so I kept hearing Yanni. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up here. Let's see, Yanni Laurel. Let's see. Oh boy. Let's see.
Laurel.
I hear Yanni now.
Laurel.
Let's go again.
Laurel.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Laurel.
Oh, I can adjust my ears. I can hear both now. Okay. I heard Yanni first. Yanni. Laurel. Yanni. This is so stupid, guys. This is so dumb. Like, we're gonna look back on this in a few months and just realize how dumb this whole debate was. The fact is, both are said at the same time, but are ears choose what we hear at any given time, and I don't know if it depends on how active. Like, my theory was, if you're actively listening, you'll hear Laurel, but if you're just passively listening, you'll hear Yanni.
Laurel.
I hear Laurel now.
Laurel.
Okay. How about now? How about now? Laurel. I'm just hearing Yanni. It's my ears, man. All I'm hearing is Laurel now. That's great. I guess once when you're unfamiliar with the sound, you hear Yanni, but when you become more comfortable with the sound, all you hear is Laurel. That is basically it. That's the trick right there, guys. So I hope I could clear up any confusion without getting into the science of sound, essentially, and how our ears hear it, and how our perception our perception distorts reality. That's a really sad thing, but it's something to talk about. It opens up a bigger discussion about perspective, I think. Yeah, I suppose. But, that's too deep a well for me to jump in. I'm not going to do that. No, not today. Am I not in the mood, or am I too tired? I don't know. But I have other things I need to focus on. So let's move on here, guys. There was something else I wanted to talk about before I got right into the, basic, boring stuff that I always get into, reading the headlines and whatnot. But it's not coming to me. If it comes to me, then I'll bring it up and I'll talk about it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about before jumping into everything. Like, did I just want to talk about Yanni and Laurel? And I didn't want to talk about Yanni and Laurel, but there's something fascinating to me about that. So I was like, okay. That's right. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I'm going to just take a look at these headlines here and see if there's anything interesting here. This might be interesting here. Philadelphia kindergarten teacher finds bag of crack cocaine in mouth of 6-year-old girl. Let's see what that's all about, guys. This is from USA Today. I didn't cite my sources what I was reading from yesterday. I apologize for that. I'm sure it doesn't make a difference, but here it goes. Yep. The young girl thought it was sugar, you guys. That's how they start the article. The young girl thought it was sugar. Oh, really? A teacher at Southwest Philadelphia kindergarten became alarmed Wednesday when she saw a 6-year-old girl in her class biting down on a small plastic bag. Turns out the bag contained crack cocaine. Whoa. She put the actual bag in her mouth and was chewing it. But the Philadelphia Police Lieutenant John Walker told local TV station WPVI. Fortunately, she didn't break the actual seal, so it didn't break. Like, she didn't eat any crack, guys. So, relax. Suspecting it was drugs, the educator took it from the student and called the police and the local Department of Human Services. According to another TV station, WCAU, the girl said she got drugs from another student's school bag. Walker told the station that police do not believe the drugs came from the home of the 6-year-old student. In a statement, the school, Mastery Charter Hardy Williams Elementary, said both children were taken to the nurse's office where it was determined there was no evidence either of the students had ingested the substance. So no one ate any crack, you guys. Police said the nurse cleared the children and a school resource officer sent them home. Meanwhile, detectives began to investigate. They are packaged to be individual like that, Walker told WPVI, but usually they're in a larger grouping, so we don't know if, in fact, there were other glassine bags out there. Oh, that's a fancy word for crack. Glassine? Glassine? Let's look a little deeper into that. Glassine. Remind me about that. I gotta go back and look at that. Alright. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, like, we're not. Yeah, that's... You got the gist there. I guess no one's been arrested for crack possession. But let's look deeper into that word. Glassine. Glassine. I'd never heard them before, guys. We're learning stuff today. We're learning stuff. Glassine. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's just that's like it's a transparent paper, I guess. I thought it was another word for crack, but I guess they confused me. My perception got messed up. So yeah, I guess it's like it's it's water and grease resistant. Let's look at what Wikipedia calls glassine. And watch, this is gonna create like some sort of whatever the uh some sort like there's a term for that. It's like some sort of uh recognition effect where like you see a word for the first time and you just start seeing it everywhere. It happened to me a couple months ago with this term self-immolation, where someone that means when someone sets themselves on fire, and I kept reading that term a lot in other articles about people who set themselves on fire. And I guess that's just trending right now, self-immolation. And I'm expecting a similar personal trend with glassine. It's a smooth and glossy paper that is air, water, and grease resistant. It is usually available in densities between 50 to 90. I can't read. Like G/M to the second power. Yeah, I don't know the scientific terms, guys. I'm not a scientist. It's translucent unless dyes are added to color to make it opaque. I can't fucking read right now. Alright, it is manufactured by Super Calendaring after pressing and like I didn't start this show to start a science class. What's super calendaring? A calendar is a series of hard pressure rollers used to finish or smooth the seed material. Like, oh my god, like, you know, when it comes to like these industrial terms, like I'm completely ignorant. Like I should have paid attention in school. I should have realized that, you know, it's gonna be really hard to be a writer, or you know, or some sort of job in the entertainment industry. Why don't you just get a practical vocation like an electrician or a factory worker, like be a working class stiff and become expert in something like that? You don't you want to know about the the amazing adventures you can get into working with sheet metal? You know, you can make gutters, and it's really amazing. You can use all these little instruments that I don't know the name of to cut this sheet metal and make it into gutters, and you can put it on the sides of houses and other shit. Or you could actually, you know, get into lumber. You know, get into carpentry, woodworking, do all that. And for some reason, my dumbass young mind said, "No, I want to make movies." Yeah, there we go. And it's semi working out a little bit, but you know, this is the kind of position I'm in now is like the kind of position I wish I was in when I was 23, not 33. But you know, 10 years later, I guess I can make up for lost time. It's not a biggie. I can't be intimidated by the amount of time has passed or how old I've gotten or the fact that Attack of the Clones came out 16 years ago. Do you know this? Have you heard about this, guys? Attack of the Clones came out 16 years ago, man. That came out when I was a senior in high school. That means I've been out of high school for 16 years now. Oh my god. And I still feel just as immature then as I do now. Well, I think I got really mature at one point, and then I kind of regressed. I guess depression does that to you. I don't know what does that to you. Yeah, you fall on hard times, and all of a sudden you just want to go back to like a simpler time, a time of innocence, and you know, and I've really gotten. I don't know. It's really, yeah. That's a horse of a different color. I can't get into that right now, but yeah, it's like sometimes you just regress in maturity, and I don't feel like my maturity level is that of a 33-year-old man. I think it would be good for a 23-year-old, but for a 33-year-old, I'm not. It's not. But the fact of the matter is, I was cooler when I was 23. But actually, no, I wasn't. I wasn't cool when I was 23. I was. My lifestyle, I guess, maybe or maybe my philosophy was cooler, but me myself as a human being, I was not cool at all, and I don't think I really am now. Well, maybe a little more. I'm definitely more knowledgeable than I was back then. If I was as knowledgeable then as I was now, I'd be in a different position now. Like I just have a lot of book smarts at this point, but I can't really put them. If I was younger when I got those book smarts, I could exercise them better. But now it's just a collection of thoughts. I can't gotta get them out. Gotta get them out. But sometimes the brain gets stuck because there's so many thoughts going on at once, and you gotta grab them. It's like fishing. It's like your mind is an ocean full of thoughts, and you gotta get the big fish, the good thoughts, the good ideas, and you gotta reel them in. I remember yesterday I was talking about how my work ethic was all over the place. I was all over the place with my work ethic, and like I was gonna mention this kind of like analogy where hold that thought, you guys. Hold it. I got a call. Got a call. I got a call, guys. Hold on. Oh, that's nothing. That's a 800 number. Probably a telemarketer or bill collector. I don't know. I'm not gonna find out. Maybe I should answer the phone and be like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." What? No, I don't have anything. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that awkward embarrassment. I'm in the middle of a show, damn it. No. I said no. That's right. Oh, man. But yeah, like I had this analogy in my head, or metaphor, or, whatever. It's not simile. But like I see my work ethic as like kind of a cowboy, and he's twirling a lasso, and my concentration is like this bull that's running around really fast, and like can't get the fucking lasso around this bull's horns, and I gotta get it and tighten it and just really focus in and just do what I need to do. But it's not like I don't have time to. I have time to do it, but it's like you got resistance and anxieties, and and splintered focus, fractured. Like you're looking at this thing, looking at that thing. You gotta and part of me is like I want to schedule my concentration out, but at the same time, there's this resistance, this iconoclast that lives in my brain that's like doesn't want to do what anyone tells me, including myself. It's like I'm not gonna go by your schedule. I'm not gonna go by your rules. It's like so rebellious. It's not good. I'm gonna have to destroy that rebellious side of myself. But I think that side of myself is what makes me, not necessarily influential, but it makes me feel like myself in a way. And it's like, what, I have to abandon myself to get stuff done? No, I want to be myself doing all that stuff. Like, I want to have my cake and eat it too. What's the point of having a cake if you can't fucking eat it, right? Right. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, kind of like, just floating along, waiting for the tide to turn, I guess, in my own head, and just like I'm ready to reap the harvest. I'm ready to just go like take off, and because I feel like I'm holding myself back, especially on when I'm recording the show. Like I'm holding back. How am I holding back? I don't know. How do I make myself not hold back? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough nut to crack. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's just I may have developed adult ADD, possibly. All right, looking at the headlines here. See, yeah, like oh, all right. Well, there's. Let's see. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I can't put it in proper words, so there's no point in talking about it. It's just ridiculous. I can't. I can't even. And I asked Google yesterday, why can't I even? And Google gave me no answers at all. Why can't I even? All I got was like results saying that like, oh, that's internet slang, and I'm like, but I can't even. Why can't I even? Like, come on, I need an answer here. I know what I can't even means. Why can't I even? Son of a bitch. Oh man. Okay, let's look at the headlines, you guys. I'm just gonna read them off. You know how it goes. You know the drill. This just in global warming. In global warming news today, April was the 400th straight warmer than average month. Okay, great. Now that either means that our environment is disappearing, or we're just closer to the sun than normal, or the sun is getting closer to us, or the sun is expanding. I don't know. I'm not going to click on it because that's more science stuff, and I can't really get into the science right now. I'm not a scientist. I'm a creative I'm a creative writer, and that the education there is not as precise as that, and I attempt to make it so. I really got down to the science of writing, but the science of science, not so much. Okay, I a friend of mine posted something about this next headline, and it's getting me to think, like, are they staging these videos? You know, like last week there was one where this fat lady was this fat white lady who looked like a softball coach. She called the cops because a black family was having a cookout, and she said it was because, you know, they're not supposed to be using a charcoal grill or whatever on the park grounds, but that's not true. They could do that. And she was insisting that they can't, and so she called the cops, and ever since then there's been a plethora of, like, videos like this of people just calling the cops because of racism. Yeah. They're racist, so they call the cops. And there was like this new video floating around of this guy threatening to call the immigration ICE on Spanish-speaking employees at a restaurant. And I'm like, why do these people just let people film them right in front of them, and they're not even reacting to the fact that they're being filmed? Like, don't they know they're being filmed being a racist asshole? And, like, so something in the back of my mind is like, this shit can't be real. It has to be staged. It's just, dare I say, SJW propaganda? But, you know, why would the SJW stage propaganda like that? That doesn't make sense. But it's being passed off as legitimate news, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say this is legit, and people shouldn't be racist, otherwise they'll go viral, apparently. Alright, but this is like a New York man called to people, New York man to people speaking Spanish at a restaurant. My next call is the ICE. Alright, that's another bullshit phone call. Let's ignore that. Alright. Let me see if I can play the video here. This is on, from KMOV 4. And, come on. And this is a commercial for a car. The content starts in 15 seconds, 13 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, no skip button, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's an Xfinity commercial, guys, that I've been talking through. Alright, where is the video? Give me the video, guys. Come on. We're running low on time. Come on, let's go.
It's one of those you have to see it to believe it moments.
Ice.
Yeah, that happened yesterday in Midtown. A racist rant captured on video inside a fresh kitchen on Madison Avenue. When workers and other people started speaking and ordering in Spanish, an angry customer gave the manager a piece of his mind.
I pay for their welfare. I pay for their ability to be here. The least they can do.
Another customer, a Spanish-speaking office manager, captured the Midtown meltdown. She wants to remain anonymous, but in a Skype interview told us she felt compelled to defend the workers.
Once I put my camera down and I said to him, well, you know what? You want to call ISIS? You call ISIS. Feel free. I'm going to call
ICE. I'm going to call ICE. Vanilla
At
ice.
that moment, he threw his sandwich. He threw his soda.
Every person I listen to, he's spoken, she's speaking it, is America.
Even
Is
Mayor Bill de
America,
Blasio
well-
chimed in on Twitter after the bigoted diatribe lit up the internet. New York City's diversity is our strength, wrote the mayor. It's what makes this city great. The 8.6 million people who call this city home speak more than 200 languages. They're all New Yorkers, and they're all welcome here.
Way to clear the air, Mayor of New York. Yeah, it's like. Alright, I mean. What? Like, I mean, look at this guy. This guy's a white-collar douchebag. It doesn't seem like he's having that hard a time. What, he's gonna rag on these people for speaking Spanish? I mean, come on, what is this, the 90s? Get real. Get real. Oh, man. But, yeah, so I guess these videos aren't staged, guys. I forget I said anything. But, you know, like, why would you make a spectacle yourself, you know? I mean, that guy must have been on something. Alright. Here was something weird I saw. A Japanese rail company has apologized after a train left the station 25 seconds early, the second such case in months. Are people who are trying to take the train really losing their minds over that? I had 25 seconds left! Why did the train go ahead 25 seconds? Like, now 5 minutes early, maybe, but, 25 seconds? Come on. Like, is this The Onion? Come on. No, it's not The Onion. This is from BBC.com. But this is like the second such case in as many months. Japanese rail company has apologized after a train left the station 25 seconds early. How dare they? The second such case in a month. The operators said the great inconvenience we placed upon our customers was truly inexcusable. Our 25-second early departure. If the details are anything to go by, customers are faced with slipping standards. A train last November left 20 seconds early, while this time it was a full 25 seconds premature. I mean, I live in a country where people close their doors 5 minutes before closing time, so, I mean, come on. As was to be expected, social media has been making the most of the story. Like, okay, and here's the sarcastic tweets, just variations of the shit I just said. What a shame, Japan. Early departure for 25 seconds? What if I only catch the train 4 seconds before the departure? According to Japan Today, the train conductor thought his train was scheduled to leave Notogawa Station at 7:11 instead of the actual scheduled time of 7:12 on Friday. So technically it was a minute early. So it left 35 seconds late, according to the conductor, because he thought it was fucking dumb. All right, after closing the doors to the commuter train 1 minute early, he realized his mistake and still could have averted the looming embarrassment. But as he couldn't spot any waiting passengers on the platform, he decided to go ahead and leave early, rolling out of the station 25 seconds ahead of time. It was so fucking ridiculous. Oh, okay, that's pretty much it. I'm like, all right, we're gonna keep going here. Vatican says amoral, quote, financial system needs infusion of ethics, more regulation. Duh. Well, if the Vatican says it, it's serious, right? I mean, they really threw the gauntlet down after they heard about those priest-diddling kids, right? Yeah, so now they're gonna save the economy? Yeah, this is wrong. Your ethics are wrong. You're corrupt, and we need to fix this. Yeah, okay. How's that situation with the altar boys going? I'm sure it's still going on, right, guys? Right? Wink, wink. Right? Say no more. Right? Okay, I can't, guys. That's offensive to the Catholics. I don't want to offend the Catholics, even though I was baptized Roman Catholic as a baby. I guess baptism wears off after a while because that's why they have First Communion, which I never had. So I'm a heathen. I'm not a Catholic anymore. I've been banned from the club because I didn't get my First Communion. Like, it doesn't matter if you were baptized as a baby. You're not Catholic unless you get your First Communion and you eat the body of Christ and drink the blood. It's like you got to be washed in the blood of Christ if you want to continue being part of our club. Where we diddle altar boys. We're too old to be an altar boy. You can't do it. I don't know what the hell that accent turned into. It turned into Irish and then it turned into Italian, or some sort of weird. I don't know what that was. You are not a Catholic. It sounds almost suspiciously Jewish. You are not a Catholic. You are a Jew. You are a Jew. All right, for real. I gotta take this call. Okay, I had to take a brief breather, right? Now, where was I? What was that? Oh yeah, I was making fun of the Vatican. All right, never mind. Okay, well, moving on. Oh guys, update on Hawaii. A volcano has erupted. Plumes of ash and sulfur dioxide and all those oxides that are dangerous for humans to breathe. Hawaii is in a state of emergency, probably. I don't know why that hasn't been declared yet, but it might be declared by the end of the day. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Here's some uplifting story. A father fights off 4 robbers while holding a 1-year-old daughter. That sounds like something out of an action movie. Remember Hard Boiled? Chow Yun-Fat? He's in the hospital. He's holding that baby, and he's like shooting all the guys. and he gets shot, and then the baby is its face like kind of spattered with a little bit of blood, not an excessive amount, but you know, it was you know, let's see, I clicked on the link and my fucking link, my browser crashed. So let's look for this. Let's see, where did it go? I'm gonna find it again because I'm interested to know more about how this guy fought off 4 robbers while holding his 1-year-old daughter. That's crazy. How do you do it? How does it happen? I want to know. I want to know. This is from Fox 13. I don't know. I don't know what that's from. Memphis, yeah, Memphis. Father and daughter went on what was supposed to be a quick food run inside an Orange Mound McDonald's on Tuesday, but it became a moment that forever changed their lives. I'm getting chalked in the face. I'm getting choked. I'm getting shot. I'm getting. God damn it. So there's stuff keeps popping up in this thing, and it keeps scrolling back up. I'm getting chalked out from the back. Then I'm getting hit all in my face. Okay, well, this is ridiculous. Okay. He fought off 4 robbers outside of McDonald's. That's the gist of it. The stupid website just keeps popping up stuff and keeps scrolling to the top. It's not worth reading if it's going to give me that kind of headache. No! Alright. Boulder, Colorado unanimously votes to ban assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, step forward for gun control. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, well, this is Wells Fargo shares sync-on report that employees altered customer documents in its business banking unit. Oh, man, Wells Fargo isn't going down, but it's not going to stop fighting to regain the respect of of the consumer community. Not happening. I worked for Wells Fargo for a couple years through a third-party it was like a third-party firm. That was making calls on its behalf for its mortgage branch. I was working for Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, and I was taking like 100 calls a day with people just having all sorts of issues with their mortgage payments. And oh my god, if there's a hell, it's going into that office and never being able to leave. Like, thankfully, Wells Fargo canceled their contract before all the shit hit the fan with its with its add-on products that people were faking the numbers on and costing customers millions of dollars and shit. Signing customers up for programs they didn't sign off for just so they could reach a quota, and that's what I hated about that job. They were like they put the pressure on to make a sales quota, even though you were supposed to be just helping these people with their, mortgage and, taking payments, but they wanted you to sell shit too. And I'm like, fuck that. I hate having to do that because it's shit that they don't need. It's just Wells Fargo trying to get more money out of the customer's pocket, and I just didn't feel like it was honest. I guess I'm too honest of a fella to shell out that bullshit. I'm not gonna be a shill for, a corporate monster just to provide shit that the customer doesn't really need. And I just know intrinsically in my head, and like instinctively, conditionally, I know that this is not going to benefit anyone in any way. Maybe that's me being negative, but any extra programs that that Wells Fargo offered apart from like just servicing certain accounts that had mortgages, had outstanding loans or whatever, it was just stupid stuff. I hate Wells Fargo. I hated it before I started working for it, and now I hate it even more now. And I'm so glad that I'm glad all those scandals hit it. I hate to be Schadenfreude. I hate to use that Schadenfreude angle, but but it's not going away. So it's like I'm not that glad. It's still trying to, and they canceled the contract, and I ended up getting laid off, and I've been struggling with work ever since. So I really got to get back out there and work, I guess. But I'm working on other stuff, so I got to get that done first. I just got to work fast. Got to work fast. But Jesus, like, where are we at here? We're at the end of the show now, guys. My time is up, and I ran out of material. I ran out of material to talk about. Let me see if I could, let's see. we're almost at 35 minutes now, guys. We're approaching the 35-minute mark. How about this? How about something? I'm gonna. What's the word I'm looking for here? I can't think of the word. Oh my god! It used to be a word that I not really said but thought in my head often. Irreverent. I'm gonna do something irreverent. Thank you, brain. I'm gonna do something irreverent here and maybe stretch this out for an extra 5 minutes. How about a 40-minute episode today, guys? I'm gonna waste your time for 5 more minutes. How about that? Let's see. And part of that is because I want to keep pushing it. I want to do an hour podcast. I think I said at the beginning I want to do an hour podcast, but I've been doing 35 minutes here and there. But why don't I just do a solid hour? Let's do a solid hour, guys. Why not? Why can't we do a solid hour? I probably don't have enough room on my phone to accommodate an hour. I got 26 minutes left to record. I got 26 minutes. I don't think I'll use 20. I'll use 20 minutes of that. So it'll be a 55-minute episode today. Why not? Let's do it. Let's just do it. No one's listening. Let's just do it. Let's do it. All right. Then okay, if that's the case, then oh boy, but what the hell am I going to talk about for 20 minutes? I'm just going to go on Reddit and just look at and click on stuff, huh? I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I was looking at something stupid here. It's like someone said, it's like, for the love of God, attention journalist, movie journalist, for the love of God, stop putting "and that's a good thing" at the end of your headline. Yeah, journalists, stop putting "and that's a good thing" at the end of headlines, and that's a good thing, right? Okay. I really got, and then like on here, it's like the dude provided links of all the stories that use "and it's a good thing" at the end of the articles. Harrison Ford did not attend the solo premiere, and that's a good thing. This is not the Han you know, and that's a good thing. Fox has no plans for more X-Files, and that's a good thing. Patrick Melrose is the Cumberbatchiest show ever made, and that's a good thing. He gives Atlanta anxiety, and that's a good thing. Movie review, Solo plays fast and loose with Star Wars. And that's a good thing. That's so stupid. It's like, oh man, that's so clickbaity. I hate that this person brings up a good point. Yeah, oh god. I mean, don't get me started on how some of these stories are written. And and it's not easy to write stories like that. I'm dabbling in press. I'm writing press for some independent productions at the moment, and it's just a little thing. You type it all out. You churn it out. And it's like it takes, no time, but preparing for it. It's like knowing all the information and how to lay it out. And it takes time to decide how you're going to do it. And I think some journalists get to a point where they don't have time to prepare. They're on a deadline, and I'm on a slight deadline myself. But it's a bit looser. But it's really, you just churn out. All they do is they have only so much time to get all these articles in. So they just they go rote. They just go by rote knowledge and just write the same old generic bullshit over and over again. And they just fill in the blanks with what the topic is, what the subject of the article is. And it's very redundant, but but that's a good thing because it presents a challenge to journalists to kind of experiment with that structure and see how it could be transcended. I don't know what that means, but take with that what you will. But yeah, it's stupid. Oh boy. What else we got here? Yeah, we're done with the regular headlines. I was gonna look at movie news, but then last week I let my 4-year-old daughter play on my phone. Usually she just stays on YouTube, but when I give her my phone and she's in the car and there's no internet on my phone when we're not at home, if we're in the car she can't go online, and so she begins exploring other apps, I guess, or playing with the desktop icons, and I had and I mentioned this before on the show. Like I had certain folders for bias news, objective news, or movie news. I had all these folders with all these sites, and my daughter got rid of the panel that I had all those icons on. So the icons are gone, and I don't have the energy to rebuild them again. Like I have to go to the websites, and I have to save. I have to bookmark it. I have to save it to my desktop and just create a folder with all the websites. And I'm like, oh great. So I can't really just go to my movie news and just click on a website and open it. I got to go manually to it. Like it says, go manually to. Let's see. The most up-to-date movie news would be on either Deadline or Hollywood Reporter. I'm going to go to Deadline because Hollywood Reporter has like pop-up issues. Let's see. Because there's a lot of Cannes news. I'm expecting just to see a lot of Cannes Film Festival news. And speaking of which, there are a couple movies that did premiere there that I'm excited about. Mainly, I'm actually excited for the new Spike Lee movie. It looks really good. In spite of his militant politics, I do like Spike Lee's work for the most part. He hasn't really made anything that really struck out at me in the last 15 years. I think Bamboozled was the last one that I really liked of his. But it looks like he's coming back with Black Klansman, which got a standing ovation over at Cannes, and another movie that got a standing ovation after massive walkouts during its run, its screening. Was The House That Jack Built, Lars Von Trier's new movie. Oh, Von Trier is back, and it's a 3-hour movie that stars Matt Dillon as a serial killer, and he kills I guess Uma Thurman in the beginning, and he kills a bunch of other people in the process. And it looks crazy, and it looks just like the way all of Lars Von Trier's movies look. It's like a lot of slightly boring stuff. With a lot of extremely graphic stuff dispersed in between the carnage, in between the mundanity, minutia. There you go, mutinite. Where would that word come from? Mutinite, munitia. Yeah. So I'm looks a little creepy. I'm ready for anything when it comes to Von Trier. I just know my wife will not be watching that with me because she watched the last act of Antichrist and that was it for her. She checked out. Yeah, nope, big no on that for her. So I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, nothing really. Deadpool 2 comes out this week, and early word on that is it's just as good, if not better, than the first. The first was pretty good. I really liked the first half of Deadpool. I kind of check out during the second half because it was kind of a conventional superhero movie, but the first half of Deadpool is a fucking masterpiece of tongue-in-cheek, satirical action. It was a nice little hybrid of a flick, and I'm hoping for more of the same with this upcoming sequel. And it looks like Josh Brolin plays the villain in this one as well, because he was Thanos in Infinity War, and he's Cable in Deadpool 2. And so, Josh Brolin wins the year, essentially. He's the villain of the year. And so his career is plateauing in 2018. So that's and a lot of people's careers are plateauing in 2018, so that's good. But I don't know. When does Solo come out? There was early reviews in for Solo, which aren't the best reviews in the history of Star Wars, but people think it's fun, I guess. Let's see. Isn't Solo come? When does Solo come out? Solo, a Star Wars story, not to be confused with the 1996 film Solo with Mario Van Peebles. Holy shit, this movie's 2 hours and 23 minutes long. For some reason, I wasn't expecting Solo to be that long. 2 hours and 23 minutes, really? And speaking of, Solo, Ron Howard is the director of that, who starred in Happy Days, coincidentally. I picked that song without even thinking about that to open it. It's like, yeah, early reviews, flawed bromance. When does it come out? Okay, so it's out today, or is it? No. No, there's times for it already. It comes out May 24th, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so that's like a week away. So Deadpool 2 is coming out first, and then Solo's coming out, and that's, for some reason I thought it came out this week, but why would it come out the same week as Deadpool 2? No, that's a bad move. Yeah, just yeah. So when does it premiere? Okay, so it goes wide May 25th. All right. But now it's like, now it's saying it's 2 hours and 15 minutes as opposed to 2 hours and 23 minutes. I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. The internet is steering me wrong. But I'm not in any rush to see. I would like to see Deadpool 2 at some point, but I don't think that's in the cards. But we'll see. And I'll probably wait for Solo for video, like I did with The Last Jedi. I really didn't have a choice there. Never got to the movies anymore. Last movie I actually saw in the movie theater was Deadpool. So I like to keep up the tradition. Oh, a Deadpool movie came out. Oh, it looks like it's time to go to the movies again. But nah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. Well, we're at the 46-minute mark, so maybe it's time to call it quits today, guys. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. You know. But let me play this one more time just to see if I hear anything.
Laurel.
Now I'm hearing Laurel.
Laurel.
Son of a bitch. Ah, well. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, I'm just dragging ass right now, so we're just going to end it here. But this was Vent, you guys. The longest episode yet. We're breaking new ground tonight with a 49-minute episode, I guess. Or, you know, 50. Let's go, you know, maybe I'll stretch it out to an even 50. Who knows? But, yeah, longest episode yet. I'm glad you guys were here for it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if I don't do an episode tomorrow, have a great weekend. Yeah, pretty much.